This is Matt Russell from the FX Power Course, and welcome to the DailyFX walkthrough.
So here are the four pairs that I will be discussing this evening: the Euro Pound, the Aussie Kiwi, the Pound Swiss, and the Euro Swiss. So let's go ahead and pull up the charts. The first chart is the Euro Pound. If you recall, during the past few sessions, I was mentioning a short trade against that 86 figure. We had the bearish candle 2 days ago, and then during yesterday's session, a equally bullish candle as well. So right now, I'd maintain a slight bearish bias against that 86 figure. If you are in that trade, I would continue to stay in that trade, again placing a stop maybe around the 86.15, 86.20 area. If you are flat right now, it's just I'm losing a little bit of confidence being this bearish against the 86 figure. Ideally, I would like a short entry near the longer term resistance line connected by these points now that I'm pointing at. So that's the primary trade signal that I would wait for, to have a little more patience and a much stronger signal. We'd look to enter just beneath the resistance line with a stop, maybe 50 pips or so above the resistance line. The next chart is the Aussie Kiwi, and if you recall, during the last several sessions I was mentioning prices did break beneath the former support line, so now we should expect it to act as resistance. I also mentioned 2 reports back about the potential double bottom and how we shouldn't get aggressive on the short side until we have a close beneath that 124 figure, which has not yet occurred. So what I was waiting for is prices to rebound up near the 25.50 area, maybe 25.75, which is where the previous support line. Let me zoom out and give you a better view of that support line. This is the support line that I'm speaking about. So now what we want to do is look for the opposite side to act as resistance, and what we would do is wait for prices to come up again near the 25.50, 25.75 area, enter there with a stop maybe 50 to 75 pips above the previous support line, which should now act as resistance. So this is a trade that certainly could set up within the next 24 hours. The next chart is the Pound Swiss, and not much has changed here. Again, I have an aversion to this pair a little bit. It's been a little tricky lately. We did have the bullish candle here 2 sessions back. All the Swiss pairs had the very bullish candle. So short term here, a short term trade idea, but again, I have very low confidence in this trade idea and in this pair in particular. So, but we can see that prices are holding above the previous high near the 78.90 area, and that's where prices are right now, just above that area in the 79.30 area. So we might have a slight bullish bias against that price level, but again, this is a very low confidence trade idea in my opinion. So we might look for the other pairs, particularly that Aussie Kiwi trade is the most relevant trade setup occurring this evening in my opinion. The next chart is the Euro Swiss, and this is the former resistance line, and we can see, as I mentioned during yesterday's report, we had the break above the resistance line, and now we might look for short trades to set up. We do have a borderline doji candle forming during yesterday's session. It's just a little bit scary in this pair right now to take any short trades. The textbook would say maybe a possible short trade here with a stop above that 153.63 area, which is the high of that candle, but I would shy away from that trade idea. What I'm looking for here, and if you were to short, the target would be the opposite side of the previous resistance line, which should now act as support. But a more conservative approach, and one that I would suggest, is to just wait patiently for prices to return to the previous resistance line, which should now act as resistance. Right now, that's in about the 151.75 area, so that's something we can look for over the next 24 to 48 hours. Prices returning to about 51.75, and where we would look to enter on the long side, placing our stop back beneath the previous resistance line, which should now act as support. Again, my name is Matt Russell. I'm an FX Power Course instructor here at FXCM. Thanks for listening.